Okay. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Welcome everyone. Let's continue with our 5th chapter, no? We're studying. We stopped on Maranasana Nimitta. Remember? So we are studying now these final chapters are about death and patisandhi. And then what type of chuti, what type of patisandhi, what are the last vittis and the first vittis of life, right? So we discussed last time about the Maranasana Nimittas. Remember the objects of Maranasana? Kamma, Kamma Nimitta or Gati Nimitta. So as a quick review, we had Kamma, Kamma Nimitta, which were divided in two. One was Aramana, and the other was Karana, the instrument for doing the Kamma, right? And the last one was Gati Nimitta. This is a sign that shows your destination. It's not what you did in the past. It's not an instrument of what you did. It's not any object related to it. It's just where you're going. It's where you're going. So basically you will see where you're going. If you're going to a human realm, you'll see a red womb. If you're going to the Deva realm, you might see, of course it can vary, no? But you may see mansions, Deva mansions, or Devas waiting for you or coming to get you or something like that. Coming to get you means coming to receive you. If you're going to hell, for example, you may see hell beings like hell guards coming to take you, or hell hounds like dogs. Or you may see the flames of hell, fires of hell, right? Etc. So these are Gati Nimittas, Kamma Nimittas. Okay. So, how these nimittas are cognized? Okay? Kamma, because we can cognize them in 6 doors. We have 6 doors. Chakudwara, Sotabdwara, Ganadwara, Jivadwara, Kayadwara, and Manodwara. And then, the objects that strike on these dwaras produce or cause a certain viti. Then we have Chakudwara viti, Sotadwara viti, Ganadwara viti, Jivadwara viti, Kayadwara viti, and Manodwara viti. So all of them can be Maranasana vitis. Yes. So right before death, a certain mental process occurs, and this mental process is called Maranasana viti. Right? So it takes one of these 3 objects. Then if it takes Kamma, it experiences that Kamma depending on whether it is a Kamma that you remember. So you have these 3 types of objects. If it is an action that you can remember, you did it in this life, for example, your ordination, for example, or something you gave to someone and you remember that, right? Then you will experience that object near death like remembering something. Like remembering something you did. Okay? You remember doing something. Okay? That's your object before death. But in any other case, if you don't remember this action, or if it is Aramana of this action, or if it's a Karana of this action, or if it's a Gati Nimitta, then you see it like a dream. It's not remembering something, but it's more like you would dream something. The object is not so clear. Okay? So, and it may appear, remember we already mentioned, it may come even 7 days before death. You may already start seeing that object, not only before death itself. Not only in the Maranasana viti, but also days before that, that object already comes to your mind stream due to the power of the Kamma that will give rebirth. Right? Okay, so these are like experienced, maybe you experienced this like a memory, like remembering something, and the rest, it's like a dream. Okay? And it can be cognized by all the 6 doors. Okay? So in the Chakku Dwaraviti, what objects can you have? Chakku Dwaraviti only takes Ruparamana, present Ruparamana, right? So then the object will be limited to that. Okay, it can be a Kamma Nimitta, or it can be a Gati Nimitta, even a present Gati Nimitta, but it cannot be Kamma, because Kamma is necessarily past. Okay, that's another aspect. We have several aspects about these objects. So we have again Kamma, Kamma Nimitta, and Gati Nimitta. So Kamma is necessarily past. This can be either present or past. Okay? This one, I don't have this information, but I think it's also present and past. Okay? Gati Nimitta. So, Kamma as a past Chetana can only be seen by Manodwara. So let's add this like a table. Only Manodwara Viti. Manodwara Viti. Viti. Okay? These can be seen by all 6 Vitis. Or 6 Dwara. 6 Vitis means Dwara, no? You understand, no? What I mean? 6 Vitis. Or they can be taken by Chakku, Sota, Gana, Jiva, Kaya, or Mano Dwara Vitis. Okay? So there are some beings that do not see these objects before death. Some of them do not see these objects. Those who do not see the nimitta before death. What do you think could be? Huh? Yes, asanyasata. Brahma? Panyati? Why Panyati? Brahma? To be born as a Brahma, or a Brahma dying? A Brahma at the end of his life, or to be born in the Brahma realm? Then we take the Aramana, right? Aramana. Yeah, Aramana with Manodwaraviti, right? So it's okay, no Bante. Look, Aramana, because Kamma Nimitta we have Aramana or Karana, right? So Aramana is the Kamatana, for example. If you're going to be born as a result of a jhana, you have the Patibhaga Nimitta as object. That Patibhaga Nimitta is Suddha Panyati, right? So Suddha Panyati here, it can be taken only by Manodwara in this case. Okay? But this type of nimitta in general can be taken by all 6 dwara. Understand? But if it's the Patibhaga nimitta, yes, sure, only Manodwara, right? Okay. So asanyasatas do not see these objects before death. We're going to discuss how is their death process later. And we have arahants. They also do not have these nimittas. I think this is it. Yes, only this. Okay. And let me put here ultimate representation of Kamma. Ultimate representation of Kamma is Chittupada. Chittupada, led by Chetana. Led by Chetana, right? Because Kamma is the Chetana. Right? Chetanaham bhikkave kammang vadami. Right? So, the Chittupada that arose while doing that action, for example, of giving, then that Chetana is the Kamma here. That Chetana is the Kamma. So when it will produce the next rebirth, you can see that Kamma, or you can remember that Chetana. In other words, you remember doing that action before death. Okay? So you recollect the Chetana. These objects over here, present or past, Kamanimitta, Aramana, or Karana, they can be all 6 objects. Okay? Any of the 6 Aramanas. So this one is only Chetana. This we can say 6 Aramanas. What are the 6 Aramanas? We just reviewed, no? Aramana Sangaha. We have Rupa Aramana, Saddha Aramana, Gandha Aramana, Rasa Aramana, Potaba Aramana, and Dhamma Aramana. Yes, good. Okay, so these are the objects before death. Now, we enter the Viti itself. What happens before death? So, let's say here is our death. Chum. There are several things here we need to consider. First, let's think of the Viti, Maranasana Viti, okay? Before even the Chuti. So, Maranasana Viti, as I just mentioned, it could be from 6 dwaras, right? So, let's think of the Panchadwara Maranasana Viti. You understand? Panchadwara Maranasana Viti. Okay. So, this will be, I think okay. Let's do, for example, Pancha Dwara Maranasana Viti. Right? So as any of the Panchadwara Viti, we have those chittas, you know, right? It takes a present object, right? So what is the first thing I should write over here? Do you remember? Bhavanga? Yeah, it's a Bhavanga, but there is one more thing. No. Atita Bhavanga. Atita Bhavanga. Yes, Bhavanga Chalana. Bhavanga Upacheda. Okay, here the Bhavanga stream is cut. And then we have a Panchadwara Vajra. Then here we have one of either Chakku Vijnana, Sota Vijnana, Ghana Vijnana, Jiva Vijnana, Kaya Vijnana. Okay, so I'll just put Chakku Vijnana, okay? You understand, no? Chakku Vijnana here. Okay, any of the 10 Vijnanas. Then we have Sampatichana, Santirana, Votapana makes a decision, and then we'll have how many Javanas? Normally we have 7, right? But before death, we have just 5 Javanas. And then we may or may not have here, the end of this Viti, we have 4 possibilities. 4 possibilities. We have, maybe I'll put it here. We have Javana Chuti. Okay, this you have to remember. Javana Chuti. Okay, one possibility. The other is Javana Bhavanga Chuti. One more chitta over here, see? Or you can have Javana 2 Tadaramanas, because Tadaramanas are always 2, and Chuti. This is the third possibility. Or you can have Javana Tadaramanas Bhavanga Chuti. Yes. So you have 4 possibilities over here, okay? This is all the same up to here. You understand? Okay, no? Javana Chuti, Javana Bhavanga Chuti, Javana Tadaramana Chuti, Javana Tadaramana Bhavanga Chuti. It's not difficult to remember because it's just you want to add one more chitta. So one chitta is just Javana Chuti. Then you want to add one more chitta. What is the possibility? You cannot add Tadaramana because Tadaramana is only 2. So Javana Bhavanga Chuti. Then you want to add 2 chittas. You can add Javana Tadaramana Chuti. And then you add one more Javana Tadaramana Bhavanga Chuti. Okay? So you have 4 possibilities for the Chakku Dwara Viti. Right? So if we have 6 Dwara times, have 6 Dwara times 4 endings, 4, how can I say this? 4, how can we call this thing? Times 4, 4 ways or 4? Yeah, 4 ways, okay? In 4 ways, then we have a total of 24 VTs. 24 VTs. 6 Dwara times these 4 ways, okay? So it's the same for Sota Dwara Viti, Gana Dwara Viti, Jiva Dwara Viti, Kaya Dwara Viti, and also Mano Dwara Viti, but the Viti is different. Okay? How would Mano Dwara Viti be? So this is the Pancha Dwara Viti. Now how would Mano Dwara Viti be? Mano Dwara Viti. How would it be? We have here, do I put T? Why do I put T? Do you remember this? Why we put T?
Counting the lifespan of the rupa.
Yes. It's because the object is a present rupa. And to show when this rupa arose, we use T instead of Bhavanga. It is a Bhavanga Chitta, but you put T to show when the rupa has arisen. Right? Okay. So you have here a present object. If you see T, you know it's a present object. Right? Okay. So in the Mano Dwara Viti is not necessarily a present object. So you can start, for example, you can start with an optional Bhavanga here, and then Nada. Then you have Mano Dwara Vajjana. And then you have 5 Javanas. After these 5 Javanas, you have the same 4 possibilities. Javana Chutti, Javana Bhavanga Chutti, Javana Tadaramana Chutti, Javana Chutti, Javana Bhavanga Chutti, Javana Tadaramata Ramana Chutti, and Javana? Yes, Bhavanga Chutti. Okay. So, these are the 4 Mano Dwara Vitis. We have 4 over here, and we have here 5 times 4, 20. Right? 24 Maranasamna Vitis. Okay? Now, there's more to think about this. Let's talk about, I think, the object. Okay. Let's think of the object of these chittas. So, first, Panchadwara Vitis. What is the object? Present Gocharas. Present Visaya Rupas. 7, right? Either Rupa Ramana or Sada Ramana, Gandha Ramana, Rasa Ramana, Potaba Ramana. Finish. Potaba Ramana opens into 3. Patavi, Tejo, Vayo. Yes. So 7 Gochara Rupas. 7 Visaya Rupas. So they are the objects of these chittas. Actually, if we go in detail, let's add the object, for example, in green. Okay. What is the object of Tinada? What is the object of Tinada? Yes. Here we have either Kamma, Kama Nimitta, or Gati Nimitta object. And this Kama Kama Nimitta or Gati Nimitta is which Kama Kama Nimitta or Gati Nimitta? From the past life. So we were discussing the objects, no? Kama Kama Nimitta Gati Nimitta. So this is Maranasana Viti. It will take Kama Kama Nimitta Gati Nimitta's object, right? But this Kama Kama Nimitta Gati Nimitta is from the previous life. Right? Don't confuse these two. Okay? So Kama Kama Nimitta Gati Nimitta from the past, from the maybe previous life. Okay? Now, Panchadwara Vajana. What is the object? Yes, Panchadwara Vajana, Chakuvinyana, Sampatichana, Santirana, Votapana, all these until the Javana, or until here, even Tadaramanas here, for example, they would take here. No, I want the other color. Yes. Here, until here, or until here, or until here, or until here. We'll take present Gochara. In this case, it will take Rupa Ramana, right? Rupa Ramana. Okay, this is present object, Rupa Ramana.
That means what chitta in the VT is
Yes, this is the object of each chitta, the object of Tinada. And then the Viti, it takes the present Rupa Ramana. Okay? Now, continue. Chuti takes what? Chuti also takes what? Kama. Kama nimitta, gati nimitta. Yes. Which kama nimitta, gati nimitta? This one? This present Rupa Ramana is what? Kama nimitta or gati nimitta? Is it kama? Rupa Ramana cannot be kama. Can it be kama nimitta as a Ramana? Yes. Can it be kama nimitta as karana? Yes. The appearance of the object you use to kill, for example. Right? Gati nimitta also can be Rupa Ramana. So you have here either kama nimitta or gati nimitta. And this kama nimitta is not from the previous life, but let's call it present life. Okay? You understand what I mean, no? Okay. This one, kama nimitta, gati nimitta, is from the previous life as well. These Bhavanga Chittas and Chuti and the Patisandhi before it must take the same object. Okay, no? In one life, Patisandhi, Bhavangas and Chutis all take the same object. Right? So this Chuti takes kama nimitta, gati nimitta of the past life. Okay. Now if you have here another Bhavanga, it will take the same. These Tadaramanas will take the same. We already know all the rest. Now, what about this? Bhavangas take the same. This Bhavanga here takes this. Okay? Also na. Also da. What about ma? Manodara Vajana. What can it take? Maranasana Viti, you can say it takes kama nimitta or gati nimitta. Because Manodwara Viti can be, oh you see, it can take kama, it can take kama nimitta, it can take gati nimitta. Right? Oh. So you can say it's one of these three. So Manodara Vajana and 5 Javanas and so on, they will take kama or kama nimitta or gati nimitta of the present. Okay? Present. Doesn't mean a present object necessarily. It's from the present life, okay? Present life, just to distinguish it from the previous life one. Okay? This is it, you see? This, technically, in terms of ultimate reality, is Rupa Ramana. This could be any 6 Aramana. 6 Aramanas. Okay? Follow? Okay. Now, this is the object. Now, let's think of the Vatus. Vatus is the next. Okay, let me try on the same page. Maybe purple or pink. Okay, what is the Vatu of these Chittas? What is the Vatu of these Chittas? Ti and Na and Da, what is their Vatu? Okay, remember Chittas can be divided in how many according to Vatu? If you took all the Chittas and you just divide it by Vatu, how many Chittas you would have? 6. 6. Some chittas arise based on Chakuvatu, some on Sotavatu, Ganavatu, Jivavatu, Kayavatu, and not Manovatu, right? Hadayavatu. Yes. So you have 6 Vatus. Okay. So 10 Vijnana arise on those 5 first Vatus, right? We have here Panchadara Vajna, or let me go in order. This is all Hadayavatu. Hadayavatu. Right? Panchadara Vajna, what is it? Which Vatu? Hadayavatu. Chakuvinyana? Chakuvatu. Yeah, Chakupasada, the Chakuvatu. Sampadichana? Hadayavatu. Santirana? Hadayavatu. Votapana? Hadayavatu. Javanas? Hadayavatu. Chuti? Are you sure? Yes, Hadayavatu. Okay? Here the same. What about here? All Hadayavatu, no? All Hadayavatu. All Hadayavatu. Okay? So this is the Vatu of these chittas. Later we need to think about which Vatu it will take in terms of how old the Vatu is. This is a little more complex. Okay, so we know these chittas arise based on Handayavatu, this based on Chakuvatu, and so on. But the Vatus stop arising 70 moments before the vanishing of chitta, Chuti Chitta. So we need to think about that. Okay, so, we're talking about Vatus. Let's think age of the Vatu. Let's call this part the age of the Vatus. Okay, the age of the Vatus. So, before death, okay, let's say this is our Chuti Chitta. Chuti Chitta, okay? Finished. Kamajarupas, in general, what are Kamajarupas here? The Vatus. All Vatus are Kamajarupa. Chaku Pasada, Sota Pasada, Gana Pasada, Jiva Pasada, Kaya Pasada, Hadaya Vatu. They're all Kamajarupas, right? Not Chitta Jarupa, not Utu Jarupa, not Ahara Jarupa. Kamajarupas. So, this is how it happens. 70 moments, they stop arising. So this means that with the vanishing of Chuti Chitta, those Kamajarupas will also vanish. Okay? So if we take the vanishing of the Chuti Chitta, maybe I can put it like this. If I can take the vanishing of the Chuti Chitta, it must coincide, must go at the same time as the vanishing of the Vatu. Vanishing of all Kamajarupas. Okay? Sankicha, don't disturb. Huh? All Kamajarupas, okay? Must vanish with Chuti. So, when should they arise in order to vanish with Chuti? How long do Rupas last? How long do Rupas last? What is their lifespan? 16, 17. 17 Chittakanas or 17 Anuchittakanas or 16? Chittakana? 51 Anuchittakana? Yes. So they last 17 Chittakanas, right? Rupas, they last 17 Chittakana. This is their lifespan. So if this must be number 17th, right? So before this, what we have, before Chuti, we must have here 1 Chitta, 16, you see? 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. No. 9, 8, count down, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay, so this must be its first moment of the Kamajarupas, right? So they must arise over here, you see, with this Chittakana. So What chitta could this be? We can take those 24 vittis and put them here. You understand? Before chuti, what could we have? What chittas could go before chuti? Think. Either, let's go in order. Go in order. Either a javana, or a bhavanga, or tadaramana, or another bhavanga. So three possibilities. Three possibilities. Javana, tadaramana, or javana, bhavanga, tadaramana. Right? So here we have those chittas. Tak, 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 tak. And it must arise with this first one over here. Okay? Now the thing is this. All these chittas arise, and many of them take Hadaya Vatu as Vatu. Right? So if the last Hadaya Vatu arises over here, quite far from Chuti, all the other chittas which take Hadaya Vatu must take this Hadaya Vatu as a Vatu. Do you understand? This is the last Vatu to arise. Right? Here, Vatu. Vatu arises. Okay? Now, let's think, for example, of this. Okay? This chitta will take which Hadaya Vatu? Which Hadaya Vatu? You see, if you count down, this is 17, 16, here we have 5, no? So 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You have here 3, 2, 1. There is one Hadaya Vatu that arises over here. There is no Hadaya Vatu that arises over here. Okay? Okay, for a moment, when is the normal Hadaya Vatu taken by chittas born? When is it born? Normally. This is how often it arises. So if you have anuchittakanas, for example, let's say you have one chitta. Let's say you have one chitta, for example, one chitta, two chittas, three chittas, okay? The vatu arises here, one vatu arises, okay? Then another vatu arises after one anuchittakana, and another vatu arises after another anuchittakana. Then another vatu will arise together with this chitta. You understand? Every anuchittakana. You understand this, right? Remember this? Yeah. So they arise like this. Every chitta, 3 vatu will arise. Okay? So the last vatu to arise, it arises together with this chitta over here. Okay? Now, normally, not here in the Maranasana Viti, but normally, chitta takes the Hadaya Vatu that arose with the previous chitta. Right? So, if this chitta, let's say this chitta takes Hadaya Vatu as Vatu, which Hadaya Vatu will it take? The one that arose together with it? Or one Anuchittakana before? Or 2 Anuchittakana before? Or, no, it's this one. One Chittakana before, you see? One Chittakana before. So it will take this Vatu as a Vatu. This Chitta will take this Vatu as a Vatu. Do you understand? The next Chitta will take this as a Vatu. Okay? The Vatu is normally one Chittakana old. Do you understand? Let's say I am a Vatu, I arise over here together with this Chitta. When I'm one Chittakana old, I can become a Vatu of the other Chitta. Do you understand? This is the normal way in this happens. Normal way this happens. Okay? So if chittas normally take the Vatu which is Why it takes this Vatu? Because it's the strongest Vatu. Remember, Rupa gradually becomes weaker. Right? So the strongest Vatu is 1 Chittakana old. Because before that, it cannot be Vatu. Before 100 Chittakana, when this Vatu arises, it cannot immediately be Vatu, normally. So only after it's mature, after 1 Anuchittakana, this is 1 Anuchittakana, right? 1 Anuchittakana. Then it is normally taken as Vatu. Okay? So this means that this Chitta over here, for example, this is the last Vatu to arise. So this Chitta will take this Vatu. You see? Will take this Vatu. This Chitta, another Bhavanga, will take this Vatu as well. This Chitta will also take the same Vatu. This Chitta will also take the same Vatu. You see, all of them will take this generation of Vatus. Do you understand? Try to imagine it. So, let's see if you understand. Let's say this Panchadwara Vajana. Which Vatu it takes? It takes Hadaya Vatu. Okay, but how old is this Hadaya Vatu? To be more specific, which Hadaya Vatu? It's the Hadaya Vatu that arose here. Either you say 17 Chittakana before Chuti, or you can say, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Anuchittakanas before itself. So this Hadaya Vatu here, how old is he? You can say, here is 1 my moment, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, over here he is 6 Chittakana old. You understand? He's a little weaker. Then this Chitta takes Chakuvatu. Which Chakuvatu? Chakuvatu also arises over here. Chakuvatu. It's Kamajarupa. All Kamajarupas stop arising. The last one arises over here, 17 Chittakana from Chuti. So the Chakuvatu over here, it's this one. It's already, I think, 7 Chittakana old. It's not a new Chakuvatu. Then the remaining Hadayavatu, they will all take this Hadayavatu as a Vatu. Do you understand? So this means that the Vatu that the Chittas are taking is older and older and older, right? So Chuti Chitta takes a Vatu that is 17 Chittakana old. Do you understand? No? I did my best. I did what I could. Again? Okay. What is the problem? Do you understand, Gambir? Do you understand the Vatu thing? Who understands it?
I understand the second, but the first, like
Anuchittakana?
I understand that, but
Anuchittakana?
yes, the first to discuss, the first to explain, I don't understand it like a normal way.
Normal way. The normal is this. The normal is this. You see, you have Chitta. Chittas are rising every Chittakana.
Yes, but Hatayamatu also have the
17 my moments. Yes.
But you explain like every 3 anu,
Yes.
and it become based on the next chitta.
Okay.
I don't understand because when the Hadayamatu arises already, it should be 17 my moment.
It lasts 17 my moments. It lives 17 my moments. Yes.
But when you explain like when it arises and
Anuchitakana,
Chitakana
and then it becomes a Vatu.
and
Yeah.
the arising of the I can say the four Anuchitakana is become base of the another.
Becomes the base of the next chitta.
I don't understand that.
You don't understand that?
Because I think
Okay, it's like this. Let me try, for example, here we have chittas, okay? Let's say chitta, 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 okay? Now, these chittas, let's suppose they all take Hadayavatu, okay? Hadayavatu as Vatu. Now, we have, this is mind moments. This is one Anuchittakana, right? Now, we also have Rupas arising. So, let's think of Kamaja-rupas arising. Kamaja-rupas arise every Anuchittakana. This means that one Chittakana, this is one Chittakana. Yes, you have Upada, Titi, Bhanga. So in Upada, some Kamajarupa will arise. Okay? Now, this Kamajarupa that arises over here, it will last 17 mind moments. Right? Now, one Anuchittakana later, not one Chittakana later, one Anuchittakana later, another generation of Kamajarupa arises. This generation will also last 17 Chittakana, so it will last more than the other one.
it means the second is equal to the is finished at the 18th minus 18 Anuchitakana.
It will live 17 Chittakanas. It will pass away one Anuchittakana after this, right? So if you think, for example, of something like this, imagine one Rupa arises, then it lives 17 Chittakanas and it vanishes, okay? Now, if the next Rupa, I'll do it like this, the next Rupa arises one Anuchittakana later, it lasts 17 Chittakana and it vanishes. Then the next Rupa arises one Anuchittakana later. It will last also 17 Chittakana and then it will vanish. Do you understand the pattern? Okay, right? Let me put one more like this. Okay? So the difference over here is Anuchittakanas. Right? Okay. So the principle here, the fundamental here is that the chitta normally takes the Hadayavatu that is one Chittakana old. Yes. So this chitta, if we take, here we have purple. Here we have one Kamajarupa arising. We have another here, right? Now on the next Chittakana we have also 1, 2, 3, right? Here on the next Chittakana 1, 2, 3, right? And so on. So this chitta, what it normally happens, it takes as a Hadayavatu, the Hadayavatu which is one Chittakana old. So this is the arising of this chitta. So one Chittakana old is the one that arose together with the previous chitta. Okay? So this Hadayavatu over here, it's this one. Right? Now the next chitta, it will take normally Hadayavatu that is one Chittakana old. So it will not take this one. Now at this moment, this one is already 2 Chittakana old. This first one. Right? So it will take the one that arises with this chitta. You see this one. It will skip these two. It will take this one. So this one will be the Hadayavatu. Now it became all purple. Of this one, you see? Okay? This one over here. This one will take over there. What about this one? Which Hadayavatu will be taken? It will be the one that arose together with the previous chitta, this one, you see? This one. You understand? And then it goes like that.
It is the normal way.
This is the normal, the standard.
But
Yeah.
the Mananasa.
Now, before death, the problem is you don't have, they stop arising.
Okay.
Do you understand?
But the rupa is doesn't arise.
Yeah. If the yeah. If I continue, let's say this continues, then let's suppose this is the last one. Yeah, it stops arising. Now, no more Hadayavatus over here, look. No Hadayavatu. But this one, of course, it will last 17. Oh, come on. It will last 17 Chitakana, you see? Okay? It will last 17 Chitakana. Right? You want to do one by one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay? Let's suppose it ends with this chitta, you see? Okay? So, 17 Chittakanas before death, the last Hadayavatu arises. Okay? So now, this chitta is taking the previous one, no problem. This chitta will take this one. Correct? This chitta will take this one, you see? But now this chitta, which one will it take? It will not take this one or this one. It will take this one, the strongest available vatu. But now the strongest available vatu is 2 Chittakanas old, you see? And for the next chitta, it's already 3 Chittakana old, 4 Chittakana old, 5 Chittakana old, 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 Chittakana old. And then now the Vatu dies. The last generation of Vatus finish.
If you say like this, it is mano Davara Viti, right? Because some.
Yeah, I'm not thinking of the Viti. Later here we have to put the Viti, so there will be, for example, either a Chakuvatu or...
Because
yeah.
Chaku is to take another, is not take the Ataya.
Yes. Yeah, but the principle is the same. Because here, not only Hadayavatu, but all Kamajarupas. Okay? So the Chakuvatu at that time around here will be also this one. Yeah, it will be a little old. I don't know, 6, 7 Chittakana old. I haven't counted, but you understand? Better?
Yes.
So this means that Kamajarupas are arising. They stop arising, and then the last generation dies together with Chutti. So Chutti vanishes. All the Kamajarupas that remain vanish at the same time. Okay? So this is the Vatu. Okay? So they will all take the old Vatu. Understand now, right? Chakuvinyana? Chakuvinyana will take the Chakuvatu that arose over here, you see? It's the same as this. Let's suppose this is Chakuvinyana. Okay? So it will take the old Chakuvatu. You understand? Okay? They take the strongest available Vatu. Okay?
Can be available.
The strongest available Vatu.
Yeah, can be available because of the liquid.
Sorry?
Like this, last for always, not pass away.
Vatu?
Yeah.
17 Chittakana it lasts. Cannot last longer. Yeah, this is just like the law of nature, the law of impermanence. All the dhammas pass away after a while. So rupas, they last 17 Chittakana. Dhammata. Okay, right? Can we continue? So this was about the object. With the vanishing of all kamajarupas is also like a type of death. I've only seen it called chuti for asanyasata. For example, what is the chuti of asanyasata? It's the vanishing of the jivitindriya navakakalapa, because they have no chittas. So if you have to say what is their chuti, yeah, they die, right? We say they die, no? So what is their death? It's just the end of the rupas. No chittas involved, but rupas also, they stop arising, and after 17 chittakana, the last generation vanishes. So that's their chuti. But I don't know, maybe you think the vanishing of the kamajarupas is called chuti? That's it? Yes. Yeah, because what I heard is that because this vatu, he gets weaker and weaker and weaker, right? As the chittakanas go by, this vatu, these kamajarupas, they become weaker and weaker as a vatu. This is one of the reasons you only have 5 javanas, because the vatus are very weak, not enough for 7 javanas, the normal length of a mental process. Right? One of the reasons. Okay? Call of the 3 nimittas. I've already given you that. Okay. So, Okay. So since I'm in this topic, let me now, it's already the last page. Okay, so now think of Patisandhichitta. Patisandhichitta. Let me call it Pati, no? Pati. Okay, what is the vatu taken by Patisandhichitta? Okay, what is the vatu taken by Patisandhichitta? Now, Patisandhichitta is different, right? So now we have all these vatus, they stop arising, and they all vanish with chuti. So now think of here, the last vatu vanishes here. All the kamajarupas here of the previous life vanish with this chuti. So Patisandhichitta also takes a Hadaya vatu as vatu. Right? So, at least in the Panchavokara realm. So, what is the vatu taken by this Patisandhi? Do you remember? Panchavokara realm, yes. Panchavokara realm. Patisandhi takes, yes, it takes a Hadaya vatu that arises together with it. Yeah, it's the only available vatu for it. Okay? 30 for human beings, depending on, for human beings. Hadaya vatu that arises with it. So this is another special case. Okay? Patisandhichitta takes the Hadaya vatu that arises together with it. Then the next bhavanga, we have, after Patisandhi, we have bhavanga. What is the vatu taken by it? 1 chittakana old. Then it begins again in the same way, the normal standard. Always 1 chittakana old vatu. Okay? So the exceptions here you have to remember about the vatus is that marana, before death, the chittas take the strongest possible vatu, but he's always getting older and older. And Patisandhichittas take the vatu that arises with it. So this is what you have to remember. Okay? Remember that chitta, that the vatus last 17 chitta kana. So if somebody asks, when do the last kamajarupas arise? Yeah, you have to know how to say. Do you say 16 or do you say 17? They last 17 chitta kanas, right? So I find it easier to say they arise 17 chitta kanas before the vanishing of chutti. Or you could say maybe before patisandhi, okay, before patisandhi. 17 chitta kanas before patisandhi. Yes. Yes. If you want to say before chutti, then you have to say 16 chitta kanas. But since rupas last 17 chitta kanas, I think it's easier to remember 17. This number 17, right? So 17 before patisandhi. Okay? Yeah, or 16 before chutti. Huh? What? Last kamajarupas. Yeah.
Kamacharupa is the Hatayavatu, right?
Hadayavatu? Kamajarupa. Yeah, Kamajarupa includes all the vatus. Yeah, all 6 vatus. Yes, all 6 vatus. Okay, so here, what are the chittas that do not take the vatu that arose with it? Chittas that do not take the vatu that maybe let's say that is 1 chitta kana old. Okay, what are the chittas? We have, for example, maranasana chittas, maranasana, viti chittas, right? They take the vatu that arose 17 chitta kanas before patisandhi, right? Or 16 chitta kanas before chutti. Manasana viti chittas. Then we also have patisandhi chittas. Patisandhi chittas break this rule. Patisandhi chittas, they take the one that arose with it, the hadayavatu that arises together with it, right? What about dvipancha vijnana? What about dvipancha vijnana? Dvipancha vijnana. What is the normal, the standard for dvipancha vijnana? What is the standard? Do you remember? Dvipancha vijnana normally takes the vatu that arises together with the object. Remember this? If we have here rupa ramana, let's say this rupa ramana arises, and at the same time chaku vatu arises, chaku vatu arises, and the arising of this will be ti, the arising of atita bhavanga. Then we have na, da, and then panchadwara vajana, and then chaku vijnana, you see? So this chaku vijnana, it takes this as object, and it takes this vatu. You understand? This is the standard for the pancha vijnanas. They arise together, yes. They are of the same age. Remember this? We discussed in the first year. The vatu and the aramana are of the same age. You see? Chaku and rupa arise together. Okay? But in maranasana vitis, you have to consider when the rupa arose. So it may be even older. For example, in this case, here, this chakuvatu, normally, if it's mahantaramana viti, depends on the type of viti, remember? But you can have, normally it takes the chakuvatu that arises over here, you see, together with ti. But in this case, before chutti, this Vatu arose over here, 17 Chittakana before Patisandhi. Okay? So this is a different case. So sometimes the Panchavinyana, sometimes they take the Vatu of the same age as the object, or they take the Vatu that arises 17 Chittakanas before Patisandhi. Okay? So these are chittas that do not follow this rule of taking the Vatu that arises before it. Okay? And then chittas in Arupa realms don't take any Vatus, right? Okay. Now let's discuss a bit about Javanas. Javanas. Okay. These 5 Javanas over here, 5 Javanas, let's give them some color. Okay. These 5 Javanas. 5 Javanas. Okay. Why are they 5? Because the Vatus are very weak. That's one reason. Why are they weak? Let's put over here. Only 5 because 2 reasons. The Vatu is weak. The Vatu is weak. And the Kamma that is producing this entire life, at least the Bhavanga, Patisandhi Bhavangas and Chutis and many of the things in that life is already losing its power, right? Remember? Or the life force, the Ayu is coming to an end. Because you can die either for Ayu Kayamarana, remember? Kamma Kayamarana, or Ubhaya Kayamarana, or some Akala Marana, right? 11 Akala Maranas, right? So anyways, so here the Kamma is getting exhausted. Okay? So because of this, everything is getting weaker now, near death, then this Viti is weaker. It takes just 5 Javanas long. Okay? Then, what type of Javanas can we have over here? Javanas here are, tell me, of which jati? Of which jati are these Javanas? What is jati? What is the jati of Chittas? Either Kusala, either. What are the jatis in general? We have Kusala, Akusala, Vipaka, Kiriya. These are jatis, nature of the Chitta. So which of the jatis can we have here as Javana? Akusala? Yes, you can have Akusala Javanas. These can be either Akusala Javanas or they can also be Kusala Javanas, right? Yes. Can they be Vipaka Javanas? Are there any Vipaka Javanas? Yes. Lokuttara Pallas are Vipaka Javanas, right? But here we cannot have. So no Vipaka Chittas, no Vipaka Javanas. And then Kiriya. Can we have Kiriya? No, Arahant doesn't have this Maranasana Viti. Yeah. Atimpala? I think not this close to death. I think he cannot. Before death, he will take Kama Kama Nimitta, Gati Nimitta, not Nibbana, okay? I think not. Arahant, it says they don't have this. This doesn't happen to them. Okay, no? So they can be either Akusala or Kusala. And what will determine this Kusala and Akusala nature? What do you think? Kusala or Akusala nature? Normally, you have Vipaka Chittas in the Viti, right? Yeah. Do you remember what determines the Vipaka Chittas in this Viti? Either they are kusala vipaka, ahetukas, or akusala vipakas, right? So what determines whether they are kusala or akusala vipaka? The object. Remember the object. If it's anita ramana, unpleasant object, undesirable objects, then akusala vipaka chittas arise in the viti. If it's itta ramana, then kusala vipaka hetuka chittas arise in this viti. If it's very pleasant, ati itta ramana, then the somana, it will be somana sasantirana. Remember this? So the object determines the vipaka chittas. So here, if you have an akusala kamma, ready to produce the next life, giving result, then it will bring an undesirable object, an undesirable object. So the vipaka chittas will be akusala vipaka, as normal. Then the javanas, when you have normally an akusala vipaka chittas in the viti and the object is unpleasant, normally the javanas are akusala. But they can be kusala. They can be kusala. But normally they are akusala. For example, if you see the fires of hell, normally it's akusala chitta. You'll feel afraid or you'll feel some restlessness. Okay? And if it's kusala vipaka, then the vipaka chittas in the viti will be kusala vipaka hetukas. And normally the javana tends to be kusala, but they can also be akusala. For example, you may be experiencing good kamma to be born as a deva, right? Then you may see the deva mentions as gatinimitta or something, for example. Think of Manodara Viti, for example. Then the javanas, you may have some attachment. You may find it beautiful. Some loba arise, for example. Okay? Then that loba will not bring you to apaya. Okay? So it's not, luckily it will not bring you to apaya, right? But there can be akusala javanas before this sugati rebirth, okay? But normally, if it's akusala kamma, then the vipakas are always akusala vipaka, and the javanas tend to be akusala, of the same nature, normally. Okay. So now let's take a 5-minute break. Okay, discuss a little bit about this. When you have the chuti chitta, and you have then the patisandhi, so in these maranasana viti, you have the viti over here, the viti, right? So you have here, one thing to clarify is what produces the patisandhi? What produces the patisandhi? Because here we have some javanas, right? We have some javana chittas here. But normally, it's not the chitta from the javanas that produces this patisandhi, but it's the kamma. Yeah, it's the kamma. Not kamma nimitta, gati nimitta, be careful. It's the kamma done in the past that will produce this patisandhi, okay? Okay? Yeah, depending on the kamma that will produce the next life. We called it ladho kasa kamma. Okay? Ladho kasa kamma.
Can be the last jhana?
Yes? Of this kamma? Yeah.
Can be the last jhana?
The last javana, yes.
But this kamma previous so many lives of life.
This one, depending. If it's Garuka Kamma, it was in this life, remember? If it's, what was it? Achinna Kamma, Asanna Kamma, or Katata Kamma. If it's Katata Kamma, it may be from any past life, right? So it can be far in the past, even 100,000 lives ago. Okay? Normally it's not so far, but yeah. Okay? So what produces this is that kamma, okay? Now, what makes the mind necessarily pay attention to kamma nimitta or gati nimitta? We have here 4 main reasons that are pushing forward. When we come to death, Everything is coming down. Kamajarupa is dying. The chitta is coming to an end. Maybe your ayu is coming to an end. But there are some forces that will push you to the next life. Push you, propel you to the next life. So one is the karma. Karma pushes you to the next life. That's the main reason, actually, no? This is the main reason for rebirth, okay? Main reason for rebirth. Then we have also this javana over here. It's called, what was the name? Kipana Sankara. Kipana Sankara. These javanas over here, they propel you towards the new life. That's another force pushing towards a new life. Then there are another two important forces also pushing, which is Appahina, Avidya, and Appahina, Tanha. Okay? Appahina Vidya, Appahina Tanha, they affect the mind stream, right? Even when they are not arising, when there is no moha, no avidya, no tanha in the mind, these forces still affect the mind stream, right? When you do an action, for example, kusala kamma, it is kusala because of the force, the presence of these avidya and appahina tanha and so on. If there were no avidya and no tanha affecting the mind, it would be kirya, right? So we have this force propelling you towards a new life. Tanha could be like bhava tanha, right? Okay? Then, after patisandhi, what happens? We have patisandhi. Then we have bhavanga. How many bhavangas? Yes, the information I have is either 15 or 16 bhavangas. Okay? Until here, last bhavanga. 15 or 16 bhavangas. And then we have the first viti of life. The first viti of life. This is called bhava, nikanti, nikantika, bhava nikantika mano dwaraviti. Okay? Mano dwaraviti. Bhava nikantika lobha. It's a type of lobha. So you have here na da mano dwaravajana. You will have 7 javanas. And I think present khandas, not sure you will take tadaramanas here or not. Okay? So you have this manodvaraviti, and these javanas over here are necessarily akusala. Lobha. Okay? For Arya Puggalas, it will be ditthivipayutta. Right? For most Putujanas, it will be ditti sampayutta. Okay? Ditti sampayutta, ditti vipayutta. Ditti sampayutta. For ditti vipayutta for Aryas. Okay? These javanas. Then they take the present life as object. They take the present life, the new life. So as soon as you're born, you will be attached to that existence. That's the first thing that happens in the mind.
First 7 javanas should be lobha.
Yes. So everyone has lobha in the beginning of life.
Even Brahma.
Even Brahma. Especially Sankhya.
Every chitta, being chitta,
Huh?
being there is chitta should be lobha.
Sorry?
Even Buddha.
Yes, even Bodhisattva, when he's born, this occurs. Even the Bodhisattva.
Sopa also Lobha.
Yes.
Even Anagami.
Even Anagami. Even Anagami. Yes. Okay. What else?
And then why here 15 and say and 16 is out of the Nada.
Nada may be included. I'm not sure. Don't know about that. I don't know about that. Nada includes. Let me write this down. So 15 or 16 bhavangas before the Nikantika Lobha Viti include nada or not. I don't know this. Bhavanikantika. You have Bhavanikantika Lobha. The name of this Lobha, it's called Bhava. Yes. Nikantika Lobha. Yes. Bhavanikantika Lobha Manodwara Viti. Not Manodwara Vajana Viti, okay? Manodwara Viti. Yeah, Manodwara Viti. Okay? Bhavanikantika Lobha. The Lobha that Nikanti, you know this word? Nikanti, remember? Don't remember? Jnana, Piti, Passaddhi. You remember? These are the upakilesas. Jnanam, Piti, Passaddhi. Onya, Pipa, Sukha, Pagaha, Upattana. Obhasa, and then Nikanti. Nikanti is a subtle attachment. Subtle attachment. Subtle attachment. Okay, it's a type of lobha, but it's subtle. Okay, so bhava nikanti is like a subtle attachment to existence. That's the first viti in life. Okay, here you have to understand this. Nachaso nachanyo. Have you heard this? Nachaso. Let me make a new page. Nachaso. Nachaso. Nacha anyo. You know this? Nachaso, nacha anyo. Nachaso. It's not him. It's not him. And it's not another. Nacha anyo. What does it mean? Nachaso. It is not him. So here, it is thinking of the process of dying and being reborn according to Nanatanaya. You know Nanatanaya? Nanatanaya. Nanatanaya. Okay? Nanatanaya thinks of elements, individual elements. Okay? Individual elements. Okay? It's a method or a way of consideration, a way of considering things, thinking of elements as individual things. Right? Nanatanaya. So if you think in terms of elements, for example, just chitta, just patavi, just tejo, just chetana, then it's a different, not just so, it's not him, it's not that person. What it means that after death, you have here chuti, and you have a certain group of khandas, and then here now you have a new group of khandas. So it's not the same. It's not the same. What does this show? This shows that there is nothing that goes from life to life. This is important. Understand? Nothing goes from life to life. Why? Because you're paying attention to elements. Not even one element chitta, one Chittasika or one Rupa that will go to the next life. Do you understand? So this is Nachaso. You understand? It's not him. It's not him. Because those elements, those khandas vanished, now new khandas arise. There is no khanda that is the same, that comes from the past life. Do you understand? Okay? Nacha Anyo is doing Ekatanaya. Ekatanaya. Ekatanaya, think of multiple elements, seen as one. Seen as one. Okay? All those aggregates seen as one here means continuity. Continuity, santati. Santati, right? Yes. So, in terms of santati, it's not another. This means it's not another being. It's still that same continuity. It's that same being. Being reborn again and again. You understand? Nachaso, nachanyo. Do you understand? Nachaso, nachanyo. So nothing goes from Nachaso thinks in terms of elements, individual elements. So nothing goes from life to life. Okay? This removes any wrong view about Atta, for example. Okay? And then Nacha Anyo removes any wrong view that one being experiences the karma of another. You understand? It's the same santati. It's the same being in terms of santati. Do you understand? In terms of santati. This clearly shows that one does not experience the karma of another being. Do you understand? Because the person who is being born here in this patisandhi, he's experiencing the karma that comes from here, right? Past life. If you consider these two living beings separately, according to Ekatanaya, then one living being is experiencing the karma done by another living being, which is wrong. You understand? Yeah, so to remove that wrong idea, Nachanyo. Do you understand? Okay? So, one does not experience the results of a karma done by another being. Okay? Nachaso, nachanyo. Okay. In the topic of patisandhi, this comes up. Okay? Nachaso, nachanyo. Okay. Pavanikantika loba. Finish. Now, chuti patisandhi. Last part. Chuti patisandhi. Right? Now, under chuti patisandhi, we see having, depending on different types of chuti, what type of patisandhi can we have? Right? You understand? So, if we have here chuti, what types of chuti do we have? We have like kamavachara chuti, or you have rupa vachara chuti, or you have arupa vachara chuti. Arupa vachara chuti, right? Then under rupa vachara chuti, maybe sometimes you have like a sannyasata or some other different ones, right? We'll see them now. Wait. And then what types of patisandhi? You can also divide them like this: kamavachara patisandhi, apaya patisandhi, or rupa vachara patisandhi, etc. Okay? Kamavachara we have here like apaya. And we have sometimes here sugati, kama sugati. Yes, kama Sugati, Rupavachara, you may have, you have like normal, you have the Asanyasata, you also have those in Suddhavasa, also different, Suddhavasa. Arupavachara, I think they're all the same. Okay. So we have these types. Now we're gonna match them. Which one matches which? So this one you can also classify it in different way. For example, one way is Rupa Patisandhi. Remember this? Arupa Patisandhi. And then Rupa Rupa Patisandhi. Remember all of this? What is Rupa Patisandhi? Asanyasata, yes. Asanyasata. What is their Patisandhi? Is actually just the arising of Jivitindriya, okay? Rupa Patisandhi is the arising of Jivitindriya. Jivitindriya Navaka Kalapa. Yes. What is the Arupa Patisandhi? Arupa Patisandhi? Those in Arupa realms, right? So we have just the, yes, Akasa, those 4 Arupa. Okay, 4 Arupa Vipaka Chittas, right? Okay. Then Rupa Patisandhi is all the others, no? All others. We are here. Rupa Patisandhi, right? Okay, now let's match. So, if you have a Kamavachara Patisandhi, a Kamavachara Chuti, Kamavachara Chuti. Under Kamavachara Chuti, I think you have like, okay, Tihetuka and Dvihetuka, okay. Tihetuka Chuti. What is a Tihetuka Chuti? And Dvihetuka Chuti. What is a Tihetuka Chuti? Same as a Tihetuka Patisandhi, right? We just don't talk normally about Chuti, right? In terms of Hetuka, but also you have Tihetuka Chuti, Dvihetuka Chuti, Ahetuka Chuti, right? Okay, Tihetuka Chuti. If you die with this Tihetuka Chuti, where can you be reborn? Can you be reborn in Apaya? Yes. Tihetuka Chuti, not Tihetuka Patisandhi. Okay? Tihetuka Chuti. The succeeding Patisandhi, can it be Apaya? Yes. Can it be Kamavachara Sugati? Yes. Can it be Ahetuka? Ahetuka? Yes. Tihetuka Chuti doesn't mean the next Patisandhi will not be Ahetuka. Yes, if you are born in Apaya, you have Ahetuka Patisandhi. And if you are born in Sugati, you can also be born as Ahetuka. Right? So you can have Ahetuka in Sugati as well. Dvihetuka as well. Tihetuka as well. Can you be born in Rupa realm? Arupa realm? Yes. Suddhavasa? Yes. Asanyasata? Yes. So all Patisandhis. Okay. All Patisandhis. Yes, you can be born in Asanyasata from Tihetuka Chuti. Rupa Brahma? Tihetuka Chuti, for example, you develop jhana, 5th jhana, then you do Chitta Viraga Bhavana, and then you are born in Asanyasata, right? Coming from a Tihetuka Chuti, then Asanyasata Patisandhi. Sanyasata means Rupa Patisandhi, right? So Tihetuka Chuti leads to all Patisandhis. What about Dvihetuka Chuti? This is different, right? Yes. Think of a Dvihetuka Pugala, he cannot attain jhana, for example, right? If it's a Dvihetuka, he's not a Brahma, he's not a Rupa being, he's not in Suddhavasa, right? He's not in apaya. He must be in sugati. No. Apaya, you only have one patisandhi, which is one chuti. What is it? Upeka santirana, ahituka. So dvihetuka chuti, this means you are in kama sugati and you have a dvihetuka. One of the four jnana-vipayuta mahavipakas as patisandhi. So the same chitta is also bhavanga and it's also chuti. Right? Okay, so if you have this means you cannot develop jhana, for example, in this life. So you cannot be born in rupa realm, arupa realm, you cannot attain nibbana, right? So what are the possibilities? Apaya? Yes, apaya is possible. What about ahetuka in sugati?
Yes.
Possible. What about dvihetuka in sugati?
Yes.
Yes. What about tihetuka in sugati?
Yes.
Yes. So tihetuka in sugati, but only kama vachara, okay? So all kama vachara. All kama vachara patisandhis can be here, okay? Think of a dvihetuka pugala. Dvihetuka pugala, he cannot be in apaya. Because apayas have an ahetuka. Ahetuka.
Like this life, he has the Hetuka Chuti, right?
Okay?
And the next life cannot be a pie.
Can.
No, what? The
Dvihetuka pugala. Think of, because dvihetuka chuti, this means his chuti is dvihetuka, so that means that his patisandhi is also dvihetuka. So we can call him a dvihetuka pugala, right? So that dvihetuka pugala, he cannot be in apaya because they are ahetukas. He must be in sugati. But all rupa vachara are tihetuka pugalas. So he must be in kama vachara, sugati. You understand? Must be a living being, either in the human realm or in one of the sense heavens.
This is the next
Up to paranimita vasavati.
This is the next life.
Yes, we are thinking about what is the patisandhi that can go after a dvihetuka chuti. So it's a next life. You understand? You have,
The yellow is
what we're discussing here is chuti to patisandhi, you see? You die, chuti. Now, where can you be reborn? Patisandhi. You understand? Where can you be reborn if you are, in this case, a dvihetuka, if you have a dvihetuka chuti? You are a dvihetuka pugala, you cannot develop jhana, so you cannot be born in Brahma realm, for example.
cannot be born at the apaya.
Can be born in apaya.
Can be born at the apaya.
Yeah, think of a dvihetuka pugala, for example, maybe many human beings are dvihetuka. Right? They can do akusala kamma and be born in apaya. Okay? He can do as a human being, he may do, or as a deva, he may do akusala kamma and be reborn in apaya. You understand? Can you imagine the situation? Dvihetuka pugala. Okay, this is kama vachara chuti. Now, the next type of chuti is rupa vachara chuti. Rupa vachara chuti. Rupa vachara chuti, no? Rupa vachara chuti. Okay, rupa vachara chuti, we can divide it in the normal, I'll call it the normal chuti. Normal chuti means other than the others that I'll put over here. Asanyasata is the other. Asanyasata. What is the chuti? What is the chuti of asanyasata? No. What? What is the chuti of asanyasata? Asanyasata has no chitta. Yes, the vanishing of the Jivitindriya Navakakalapa. That's the Chuti, okay? Here, I put here, you see? What is the Rupa Patisandhi? The arising of Jivitindriya Navakakalapa, you see? And here, what is the Rupa Chuti? Rupa Chuti is the Asanya Sata Chuti, you see? Asanya Sata Chuti. What is the Asanya Sata Chuti? Is the vanishing of those Jivitindriya Navaka Kalapas. Okay? Okay. So Rupa Vachara Chuti, we have the normal, most Brahmas, are Asanya Sata Chuti, and then we have Suddhavasa. Suddhavasa. Okay. If you're in the normal Rupa Vachara Chuti, okay, what can you be reborn as? Can you be reborn in a paya? No. Why you can't be reborn in a paya? Because there, in that life, that karma cannot produce result. Remember? Akusala karma, remember we discussed where it can produce results. Remember that? Akusala karma. It can produce patisandhi only in apaya, but it can produce pavati results, which are the 7 akusala vipaka chittas, in apaya or in the kamavachara, or kamavachara. It can also produce pavati for some brahmas, when they see something unpleasant, for example. Remember that? Okay. So normal chuti, you cannot be born in apaya, but you can be born as a human, or as a lower deva, or as another Brahma, or also in Arupa Brahma. Right? Suddhavasa? I think you can, no? Yeah. What I have here is yes. I haven't thought about Suddhavasa in this case, but okay, all patisandhis are okay, except ahituka patisandhis.
If only that Suddhavasa can be, because Suddhavasa is Rupa.
Yeah. Suddhavasa is Rupa? Rupa Vachara. Yes. Rupa Vachara. Okay? Then there is here, you know Vehapala, if there is a Nanagami in Vehapala. You know Vehapala is one of the Bhavagas, you know? Remember 3 Bhavagas? Bhavagas, 3 Bhavagas? Remember, Bante? Vehapala, Akanita, and Nevasanyana Sanyayatana Brahma realm. 3 Bhavagas, no? So, if a Nanagami is in Vehapala, he is not born in a lower realm, and he cannot be born in Suddhavasa. I don't know why.
Not only Anagami, they explain.
Anyone there in Vehapala, no?
And the Araya, Sota also. When they attain,
Uh-huh.
when they attain become the Sota, but they in the way of
In Vehapala?
never reborn another way.
Never be born in another realm, right? Yeah, this is what I have. They attain arahatship there, no? I don't know why they cannot be born in Suddhavasa, for example. Why can't they be born there? Yeah. So you don't know why, no? Okay. Okay, then Asanya Sata, they can be reborn as Dvi or Ti Hetuka Patisandhi in the Kama realm. Okay? So Asanya Sata Chuti, you can have either a Dvi Hetuka or a Ti Hetuka Patisandhi in Kama realm. So this means you'll be born as either a deva or a human being coming from a sannyasata. Okay? Dviyarti hetuka patisandhi in kama realm. Okay? Then, Suddhavasa, you can only be born in a higher Suddhavasa. Okay? Suddhavasa, only higher Suddhavasa. Can only be born in a higher Suddhavasa. If you are in the last Suddhavasa, then you cannot, you must attain Arahaship there and finish. Right? What? Huh? Outside the sasana.
Why Brahma? I think they develop the jhana easily, right? Easily to attain the jhana.
Yes.
Yes, but why they not develop the jhana and then always be born the Brahma realm?
Yes.
Like this.
Why they fall down, no?
Yeah.
So this is because remember when we studied the Garuka Kamma, the Kusala Garuka Kamma on the Kusala side is the 9 Samapatis. 9 Samapati, the 9 Mahagata Jhanas. Mahagata Jhanas. Right? And then we studied, I think it was 3 ways it could be broken. It could be broken. 3 ways you could break they are Garuka, because as soon as you attain them, they immediately have the Ladokasa. They have the chance, or they have the priority to produce Patisani. So these are called Garuka. Okay? But they can be broken. So in this case, the jhanas, they can be broken by Nivarana, for example. Or they can be broken by not practicing, right? I think not practicing. It was the second. And then the third was a wish. A desire to be born somewhere. Desire. This is what breaks the Brahmas here. This is what brings Brahmas down. Down to lower. Lower means not like apaya, but brings them down to kama vacharato, okay, to kama. To kama because of this. So at some point, they may be reborn as Brahmas, but at some point, this craving for kama arises. And then they will pass away, and they will be born in kama realm.
Normally, Brahma, they have the knowledge, right, in the Dhamma, and they live like very, very long life.
Yeah.
So they know the law of karma. If I be born in the human again, or they want like this, sometimes difficult to develop. And then
But they have craving, Bhante.
sometimes they know like it. Why don't develop, and then until the nibbana.
Craving. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, craving, yes.
You know samsara I be born in.
I don't think Brahmas are all like this. No. Brahmas have jhana, yes, but after they are there and they are pure jhanas and so on, they at some point, oh, this is very interesting.
Because of tanha.
Yeah, you start having some, I don't know, some craving for more objects or something like that, you know?
But normally when I compare with the people, when they become
Sorry to interrupt. Some meditators who look at that, for example, they see before the Brahma passes away, this type of thought, this type of interest in the kama realm. Understand?
But I think normally the rich people
Rich people?
Rich people, they don't become to poor people. No, what Brahma is about this?
I feel like coming from Brahma realm, in the Kama realm there is a variety of objects that you will not have in the Brahma realm. Brahma realm is more empty, you know? They are very peaceful, they are more empty, less objects, they're not eating. So at some point that craving for some variety, for that so many objects in Kama realm, you know? That you do not have in the Brahma realm, so that type of craving brings them down. We've all been Brahma, so this happens often, you know. This happens naturally. So I don't think they're all super Dhamma aware. Super Dhamma aware. I don't think they are that much Dhamma aware. Even Mahabrahmas, for example, he thought he was eternal. You see, they have wrong views. They are not so. Ah, okay, yes. The Brahma that, for example, studied the Dhamma in the past or something, then maybe I think less chances that would happen, right? Sometimes some aspiration keeps you going. You want to fulfill paramis, or you have to come down, or you want to be a bhikkhu, or you want to fulfill something. You want to be a special savaka or Pachika Buddha or anything like that. So there are these individuals as well. They will keep going. And then in the Brahma realm, after some time in the Brahma realm, you want to do dana, you have to do dana, or you have to do other things. So you need a better environment. So the best environment is the human realm. Because there is some suffering, also some happiness, some mixture. You develop yourself. So humans are number one in samsara in terms of brahmacharya, in terms of spiritual practice. Humans are highest. And it's the most conducive environment. In the higher realms, yes, you can attain, but normally you're not so interested in Nibbana. Because everything is okay. Everything is very pleasant. You're never sad or happy or angry, or your body is never unpleasant or no sickness. So why Nibbana, right? Yeah.
If I have a chance to be born in Brahma, I think I will develop.
You would not come back, no, one day?
Because Brahma is develop.
Yes. Yeah, but now with your awareness is like this. But then if you're there after kappas and kappas and kappas, then yes. Still wants to sometimes engage in something, or yes. Yeah. The very strong tanha from all samsara, no? At some point.
Because of the mind is not inclined to the kusala always down.
Yeah, that's the tendency, right? Yeah. The tendency is down, yes. You have to really go against the tendency to go up. Yes. So here, just to finish, Arupa Vachara Chutti. What is the last one? Arupa Vachara Chutti. Arupa Vachara Chutti. Arupa Vachara Chutti. Then, Arupa Vachara Chutti, you can be born in a higher Arupa Vachara realm. Okay? Higher, also the same. So either the same or higher Arupa realm, or Kama realm with Tihetuka Patisandhi. Okay? So, same or higher Arupa realm. So that's, if I say Arupa realm, you understand this Patisandhi, right? Same or higher Arupa realm. Or Tihetuka in Kama realm. Okay? So this ends the 5th chapter. Huh? Evang? You say Evang? Ah, really? Evang. Evang. So, Nititang. Nititang. Okay, no? So, our class ends here. So, thank you for coming and listening to me for how many hours? So many hours, right? 1.5 years, I think, right?
Yeah,
1.5 years, wow. More than 1.5 years, okay. You're very patient. Okay.
Next semester is
So now we finished. This is the last class. We don't need to come again. Now this topic we are studying this semester, it's actually very useful right now, right? This semester, the next exam will include things like this. Yeah. And then we're finished. As far as I know, we don't need to meet again. And that's it. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Buddha sasanam chirahanti tatu. Buddha sasanam chirahanti tatu. Buddha sasanam chirahanti tatu.